Friends, good afternoon. Welcome back. Wanted to clear the air about trust, okay? Some misconceptions, that kind of thing. So, first off, I'm not a financial advisor, okay? I'm not a CPA, I'm not an attorney, okay? This is just general information. Uh, you need to verify it yourself. You need to either consult with a tax attorney or a tax attorney and so forth, okay, to verify everything. I had a chance to meet with an attorney not too long ago that specializes in trust law and so forth. Okay. And because I was where many people were, my understanding that I was hearing from people was that we could use a trust to we could actually use a trust to basically eliminate taxes. That was a terrible misunderstanding on my part. I didn't have accurate information. So that you guys aren't in the same position I was, I would like to clear the air for you guys, okay? Help get you accurate information. We're going to cover three different aspects of this. First one, when the rate changes out of the gates, can you eliminate your taxes 100%? We're going to cover that. The second part is, what is the purpose of a trust? Is the trust designed to eliminate and remove your taxes out of the gates when the rate changes? Or do you have to pay taxes out of the gates to where a trust is designed to reduce your taxes long term, but yet you still have to pay taxes in the very beginning, okay? Which of those two scenarios is accurate? Then the other is, would you be better off, because again, you have your social security number. Let's say you do have to pay taxes out of the gates. Okay, what has a lower tax bracket? Again, we don't know for sure if this is capital gains. That has not been declared or announced, but most people suspect or have an intuition that this is probably going to be deemed as capital gains tax. That's the theory in this. Again, not taxable financial advice, should be verified by a professional, okay? But the theory or consensus among most people in this is that it'll be deemed as capital gains. So the theory is, if you have to pay capital gains taxes or taxes period in the beginning out of the gates, would you be better off, what has a lower tax bracket? Would it be your social security number or an EIN? So would you be better off exchanging it under your social security number on a personal level and then transferring it over to a trust? Or would you just be better off putting it into a trust before you exchange and then exchange it under the EIN number of your trust? Which one's lower, giving you the better benefits, okay? Let's cover that. Because again, these were so again, just so you know where I got this from, I had a chance to talk to an attorney that specializes in this and shared all this with me firsthand. What I've got on the screen is I've got factual proof about what I'm going to share with you, okay? But again, this is not financial advice, should be verified by a professional, okay? So, first one, you can see my question right here. If you were to have foreign currency in a trust that increased in value, would you have to pay taxes on it after exchanging it? Again, this is a really good AI. This AI here is Perplexity, which is this, what AI says as the answer is exactly what the trust attorney had told me. Perplexity AI says, yes, exchanging foreign currency held in a trust for USD that has appreciated in value have generally triggers a taxable gain under U.S. tax rules. That is exactly what the trust attorney told me as well. He said that when this happens, no matter what, taxes have to be paid. They cannot be dodged or avoided or eliminated, okay? So again, that's from the attorney, but AI is saying the same thing. Now, so again, this is saying that taxes have to be paid out of the gates when this happens, okay? Now, so what is the long-term purpose of a trust? What does it even do for you? Well, again, it can give you a tax reduction, okay? It can give you it can give you asset protection too, so that, like, say with your cars are actually more of an asset, but like say you had rental houses and stuff, you could put rental houses so that you don't have them all under your name in the event, say somebody got hurt or injured at one of your rental properties. That could, if you separate your properties, putting them in different trusts and so forth, they're not all in the same entity. That creates a level of separation so that if you had an incident at one of your rental properties, they could sue you for what's related to that house within its entity of a trust, but they couldn't step outside that structure. Okay, they could only go for what's within that immediate structure, giving you a greater level of asset protection. But again, it is a level of liability and asset protection along with a tax reduction. And according to this is also what the trust attorney shared with me. Trusts primarily reduce taxes over the long term. So again, the real sole purpose of a trust is long-term. It's a long-term tax reduction. Okay, give you tax reduction along with asset protection long-term. That's why most of your wealthy people have eliminated paying taxes or significantly reduced their taxes long-term. That's what's purpose. It's a long-term setup, not an out-of-the-gates setup. Okay, now let's look at the third piece to this. Okay, so obviously data suggests that we have to pay taxes out of the gates when this happens. Well, does one scenario have lower taxes over the other if it is deemed as capital gains? If that's on a personal tax level versus an EIN level of a trust rates, which one has lower level of tax brackets? I mean, which route would you be able to go? According to what the attorney told me, that's exactly what the AI has here. The attorney told me, his scenario to me, he said, you would be better to just exchange your foreign currency under your social security number, pay your taxes, and then gift it and do a rollover and transfer it over to your trust, and you will have long-term tax reduction and asset protection. That's exactly what he said to me. Now, so right here, let's look at what the AI says. It says, capital gains taxes are generally lower for individuals than trusts with an EIN. Trusts reach the top tax brackets much faster than their compressed income thresholds. Right here, personal tax rates. In blue, individuals benefit from wider brackets for long-term gains. For 2026, single filers pay 0%. Okay. On gains right here, and here's that data, and then trusts face steeper brackets quickly again. So again, that's telling us exactly. Now, let's do this, guys. I'd like to shift over to, we have one person in the forum that's putting comments. I think it's important to, because right now I hear from so many people that we're not going to have to pay taxes. Well, taxes as of today, as of presently, have not been eliminated. So I'm not, anyway, let's look at this. They don't have to be taxed because our president will remove the taxes. Well, okay, Rally Guy, but Rally Guy, right now, presently, you do pay taxes, don't you? So again, we can't go down this road, this speculative, fancy fairy tale road. We can't go down that road right now. It's everything that you said, Rally Guy, is not even in place. Okay, it says they don't have to be taxed because our president will remove taxes. Sorry, Rally Guy, presently today we pay taxes. So until taxes are completely removed, then what you're saying is not accurate. USA will only have a flat tax. Will be taxed at 14% on new purchases. We're moving to the tariffs for government income. Well, Rally Guy, that hasn't happened yet, so we're not even going to go down that road. We're not going to go down a road that doesn't even exist. I mean, why would you bring this forward when it doesn't exist? That's just like a fairy tale, okay? Anyway, we're going to live in the real world. We're not going to live in Rally Guy's world, but again, that's where it's at until taxes are eliminated or some other scenario plays out. Right now we do live in a world where we do pay taxes, okay? And that's where everything's at. So anyway, I just wanted to bring this to you guys and kind of give you the real scenario so that you do have a correct understanding, so that you're not misled. Again, I had a misunderstanding on this, and I was blessed, had a chance to talk to an amazing attorney, and now I got all this in place. I've got it all figured out. I know what I need to do, and I wanted to help you guys with that so that you have a better, clear, accurate understanding. Friends, you're the best. Thank you for joining. Have a great afternoon and take care. Well, it was everything. It was just general YouTube. I'll put the video on. I get this idiot on here goes, they don't have to be taxed because our president will remove taxes. Well, guess what, Einstein? We do pay taxes presently. Yeah, I'm like, dude, we're not gonna live in your fairy tale world. I said present day, real life, we pay taxes. So sorry. Right. Exactly. I'm like, dude, I'm not. You can say, well, we're not this. We don't have. Bro, we do pay taxes. So close your mouth. I'm like, I'm not even going down your road. You're just a dumbass at the end of the day when you say stuff like that.